Grandma, where are you going today? The day when Grandma cleaned the white rubber shoes and put them on the steps, it meant she was going to have a getaway. She took out silver hairpin from her head, shampooed, and sat at the end of the wood floor for combing her long hair. She used 2 combs, one is made of red wood, that had small teeth on both sides, and the other is a fine-toothed black bamboo comb with round handle. I didn't know why they called it bamboo comb, but Grandma always used it first. I asked her why the hair was so long. If the hair was short, she said, the hairpin could not be used. I asked her why the hair was so long. If the hair was short, she said, the hairpin could not be used. After she shampooed, sat on the bright side and dried hair with sunshine. After she shampooed, sat on the bright side and dried hair with sunshine. She was thinking something with concentration and started to brush her hair with the bamboo comb. That day she didn't wear the gray skirt which she used to take. Instead of that she chose a brown skirt with a pretty flower pattern. Grandpa said the pattern of the skirt is plum flower. And she took also long vest she knitted by herself over the skirt. In the pocket of the vest there is a handkerchief and some paper money. One day Grandma went to the Buddha temple nearby. She put some rice in cleaned cotton bag. After she moved the rice bag to the front floor, she called me to make up. That was to shampoo and dry my hair, of course. Every year at the end of summer or in autumn the rice bags were delivered at Grandpa's home by train. The farmer who worked at Grandpa's farm also sent dried chili, radish, sesame seeds together with rice. The sacks of rice that came by train to my grandfather's house also went to my mother's house. The delicious steamed rice that was harvested by a farmer who worked at my grandpa's field. The road to the temple had many curves and covered with gravel. Grandma took rest often on the way and put down the rice bag on the roadside. She wiped away the sweat and held the skirt again to continue walking. I just followed Grandma stepping the same footprints. She left in front of me. And so that was funny. When we arrived at the temple it was already evening. Grandma and I were sleeping in the small room, at the end of the floor. I was in deep and sweet sleep but Grandma woke up early. Get up. With just one word, I literally jump up. Because a loud bell sound was heard that filled the room, no, the world. I felt some coldness on my feet even it was not winter yet. I followed Grandma to the big room. It was Dharma Hall, Buddhist sanctuary. The head monk already started Buddhist ceremony with a wooden percussion instrument, used for chanting and worship. He was chanting Namu Amitabhul and Suri Suri Mahasuri. Several old ladies like my grandma were repeating the Korean bow and circling the Buddhist beads, following the monk. Most of them closed their eyes patiently. Grandma pulled my sleeve slowly and blinked, her eyes to sign me to sit on the cushion. Adults didn't stop bowing and chanting and Grandma also continued bowing with her painful knee. I was asleep. I heard Grandma was murmuring during my sleep and still remember her one word. Grandpa and Yun Woo will have no problem forever. She repeated this word again and again. I was almost weeping. She was praying for Grandpa and me to live long without trouble. All the people got together at the lunch in the big floor. Grandma was very strict at the dining, like a discipline. In town one day there was a practice of an exorciser. The exorcist wore a skirt like a woman with colorful top and black cap decorated with hackles. On the table of memorial service there was a still alive chicken. It didn't move or make noise, half closed the eyes. Some rice were scattered in front of the chicken. We called him as a man exorcist. The big yard of the house was overcrowded. On the persimmon tree that was looking down the yard, several kids were there to see the memorial service and the man exorcist. The exorcist was dancing with the music sound of drum and metal instrument. After this, a woman came out whom I recognized, because Grandma and I encountered her in the marketplace. She said with a quite different voice, like a child, "Mom, Mom, I am here. Mom, I feel cold and hungry." When she talked like a child with a very sad voice, everybody was crying. Grandma also wiped the tears and whispered me. The child who was drowned dead last summer came here, now again. Ah, I remembered. The story was a child was trying to cross the stream last summer day when it was raining several days without stop. He was drowned because the small bridge was washed away. The child's dad was looking for his son with the help of the town, but found only one of the rubber shoes. Memorial service was on the 49th day of the child's passed away. The ceremony was to console the spirit of the child. Everybody believed the child could go to the better place after death when the memorial service is good. All the mothers of the children of the town were weeping, and the people around the ceremony was crying too. The children on the persimmon tree were crying loudly. That time the exorcist held the sword in hand with the chicken's blood and turned around the yard. He yelled with harsh voice, "Now, you may go away." I was very sad and tears didn't stop from my eyes. I looked around to see the spirit, if it was still nearby, of the child who was drowned and passed away. In the rural area something scared happened when there was much raining. Grandma took me to the town events like 60th birthday party and memorial services. She didn't tell me where we went because she worried about I didn't follow her. 60th birthday party was full of delicious food. When Grandma went to the party, the host and hostess came out to greet her. The rail station master was one of a celebrate in town, and so Grandma visited every event of the town. It didn't matter the event was a birthday party or a memorial service. At the event, the hostess put the delicious food again and again for the grandma. I liked the rice tea in the thick ceramic bowl but didn't pay attention to the other food. After I drank the tea, I took the grain of the steamed rice from the bottom of the bowl. At that time, Grandma whispered at my ear, "Did you see the grain of the rice? Like this, your belly would be swollen day by day." I looked into the grain precisely. The shape was changed and it was almost transparent. The original rice was gone and swollen like bubble. After this, I never drank the rice tea more than one. It had 2 different names but the same tea. I was worrying about the belly could be swollen like the rice grain. Still, I am afraid of the rice tea.